You slept, you ate, you're not sick, but you still feel tired, not just sleepy, heavy, flat, unmotivated. Most people interpret constant fatigue as a body problem, but often it's a signal from the brain, and the brain doesn't send fatigue randomly. It sends it when something needs regulation. If fatigue isn't just lack of sleep, what is the brain trying to regulate? Fatigue is not weakness, it's a braking mechanism. The brain uses fatigue to reduce output when systems are strained, when energy availability drops, when stress remains elevated, when emotional load increases, the brain lowers drive. It does this to protect long-term stability. The feeling of low energy is often regulatory, not defective. But what exactly triggers that break? Chronic stress shifts cortisol rhythm. Over time, cortisol variability flattens. The system becomes less responsive. The brain interprets persistent stress as threat. Instead of maintaining high alert indefinitely, it reduces motivational output. This feels like fatigue, not because you lack energy, but because the brain is conserving it. Fatigue can be a recalibration strategy. But stress isn't the only driver. Inflammation also plays a role. Low-grade inflammation influences neurotransmitter systems. When inflammatory markers rise, dopamine signaling can shift. Motivation decreases. Reward sensitivity lowers. Energy feels muted. This is sometimes called sickness behavior. Even without infection, chronic inflammatory tone can produce similar patterns. The brain slows you down to preserve resources. Fatigue becomes an adaptive response to imbalance. So fatigue is often regulatory, but there's another dimension: attention overload. Modern environments demand constant attention shifts, notifications, decision-making, information intake. The prefrontal cortex works continuously. When cognitive demand exceeds recovery, mental exhaustion accumulates. Fatigue is the brain's way of limiting further strain. It reduces motivation, reduces initiative, reduces output. Because neural systems require recovery cycles. Without those cycles, fatigue persists. If fatigue is protective, what happens when you override it? Stimulants can temporarily suppress fatigue. Caffeine, adrenaline, high stimulation. But suppression does not equal resolution. If underlying stress, inflammation, or overload remain, the brain continues sending signals, and eventually the signal intensifies. Chronic fatigue is rarely laziness, it is prolonged imbalance. Constant fatigue is often not about sleep alone. It can reflect stress regulation strain, inflammatory signaling, cognitive overload, circadian disruption. The brain lowers drive to protect stability. Understanding this changes the question. Instead of asking, "How do I push through?" you ask, "What is my brain trying to regulate?" Subscribe to Vera Human and continue understanding the biology shaping your energy, your clarity, and your long-term resilience.